All right, good morning, hockey fans. Sunday morning, bright and early down here in Bedford Park, Bridgewater. Today's matchup, KPW in white against Tri-County in their black. We are in the Christmas time frame here, a couple of days before Xmas. The big fat man with the white beard coming into town later this week. But today, we're going to have some hockey action. Opening line, looks like we've got, that looked like that was T-Mac, McEachern centering a line of Niles and Bingham with Pisano and D'Entremont back on defense. Bingham over to McEachern. Carried out by Tri-County. Picked up with Bingham in the neutral zone. Carries it in. Throws it off the shin pad, but he keeps moving. Sends T-Mac in on the forecheck. Rubs his player off deep into the corner. That lets Niles step in. Back to D'Entremont. Sends it far. Cross ice pass over to Bingham. Bingham gets a long shot in and he whiffs at it. And he peels off to get a line change. That'll put number 99 Greenfield onto the ice. There's your netminder today, Connor Murphy. Picked up by Greenfield, dumps it out. Door was ajar. That gets Coots, Batch, and Greenfield, the next lineup. Greenfield just sidesteps that hit. This KP team has seen this Tri-County team a lot in recent years. Usually brings about a chippy game, so be ready for no doubt some hits and action coming throughout the duration of this game. That's picked up in the neutral zone, but Batch was there to help out his defenseman McGowan. Deep in the corner. Walshy with a long cross ice pass was intercepted in a good attempted breakout pass, but he regains the puck. Deep in his zone, long pass up. Batch is there to tip it, sends it in. Carried up, sauced it out into the neutral zone. McGowan steps in. He throws the chip up, turns it over into the zone. It's backhanded, just wide of the net. Dangerous turnover, costly. But Murphy was there to make a save, deflected the puck wide. Puck is thrown all the way back into McGowan. Deflects it to Greenfield. Greenfield's got his feet moving, trying to get out. He gets rubbed off the play by Conan. Yeah, this Tri-County team is going to be no stranger to those taking those hits when they have the opportunity. Now onto the ice is Hayes, number 12. Kruger, number 57. Long shot in, deflected off the seat of Hayes. Pisano in behind the net. He's rolling into the skate of Kruger. He gets tied up, unaware of where the puck ended, but it was trapped in his feet. Kekin throws it up to Hayes. That puck is chipped in. Oh, I thought it was going out of bounds, but that's kept in. That allows D'Entremont to go up there, takes a swing at it. Doesn't get good lumber on it. McEachern drops in. He's carrying it down. He's surveying the ice. Wisely throws it in on net. And a stoppage in the action. With 7:59 to play in the opening stance. Deep face-off into the right of the Tri-County goalie. Batch on the draw, wins it back to Niles. Niles throws it over and just outside the zone for an offsides call. Niles was looking to get that over to number 4, Brendan McGowan, a heavy-handed shot. Kekin on the draw. intercepted by McEachern. He's got time and space up the middle. He's going, oh, good back check by the Tri-County players. They both collapsed on McEachern. Bingham throws it out in front over to Niles, who tries to get a one-timer and steers it just wide of the net. Walsh camped back at the blue line. He's got to retreat, backpedaling. Stepped up, and McGowan poke checks it out into the high slot. Angle shot in, rebounded out in front. That puck comes back to the point. Niles picks it up. Throws a cross-ice pass out into the skates of McEachern. Deflected. Into the zone, sauce it out. McGowan anticipates that well, and McEachern stands his man up. Now it's Niles looking to break it out. He's got a wing coming down. Niles takes the shot in. Good wrist shot by Niles. He looked at left, looked right. His wingers were not up with him, so he's like, I'm just going to go ahead and get a shot on net. 5:55 to play. We're knotted up at 0. Just joining, coming in late to the game was Brady McGann, number 22, centering this line. D'Entremont pinches in, reads that well. And Greenfield making contact in behind the net. Coots, tries to throw it into the high slot. Coming back out. Tri-County player was able to drag that back foot to stay on. Signs picked up by Pisano. Far angle pass, gets it over to McGann. McGann carrying. He's looking around. He gets it in deep. Plays the body, but keeps himself moving, maintains possession of the puck. Cooch steps in to offer his assistance deep in the corner, then joined by Greenfield. Kicked forward by Pisano. Now back to Greenfield with a long shot, and that was just wide of the net. Shots on net, clearly a theme today. KPW was stunted yesterday 2-0 by a Hanover team in a very physical game. Coming up on the short side of I think their third contest with Hanover yesterday. A lot of hitting. There was definitely some bumps and bruises that were received as a result of yesterday's game. So KP's made some modifications to their style of play today, focusing more on quality chances, but yet maintaining that physical aspect to their game. Puck is carried up the middle. Pisano jumps all over. That allows Hayes to step in and brings the Tri-County player in offsides. Batch on the draw. Wins it back to Pisano. Hayes chips it out. Carried in. 4 players for Tri-County coming in. All alone in the high slot. Chipped out in front, right through the goal mouth. We got a glove off over here. Glove off by Morley. Chip forward over to Batch. Batch carries it in. He's trying to turn the corner, throws it out in front to Hayes. Gets a shot on net. Good look out in front. It's quality scoring chance for KP. That puck is thrown in deep. Waved off, no icing. Picked up by Hurley. He gets his stick up high in the corner. There's some extra rubbing going on. I think Morley's going to go to the box. That should be a roughing call on number 1, Morley. D'Entremont doing some yeoman's work deep in the corner. Morley not happy that he just got outplayed, and the physical game edge was to D'Entremont there. And perhaps in some frustration, Morley got the hands up high into the face, neck, head, and chest of D'Entremont, and he'll go to the box. 490. 4:48 to play in the opening stance. KP, first power play of the game. Timekeeper trying to get the 90 seconds up on the clock, and he finally does. Face-off is one, back to Walsh. Walsh gets it deep into Bingham in the corner. That comes all the way back to Walsh. Bingham carries it out. Back to Walsh. Wrap all the way around. There's going to be Niles in behind that with McEachern. Good backhand clear out by the defense, and that should go for an icing, and it does. T-Mac again on the draw. He wins it again. Bingham softly pushes it back to Walsh. Throws it in off the blocker of the netminder, wrapped in behind to Niles. Niles tries to bump it back. It's it over to Bingham, who fans on it. Walsh was looking to run his man Carvalho into the boards, but Carvalho wisely sidesteps the hit, and it's shot on it, rebounded. Throwing back to the point, McEachern carrying the puck. He's got several players to beat, but throws it in just far enough, gets it to Bingham. Bingham with a long shot, and that's redirected wide. McEachern gets a good low shot in. Niles was there to attempt to pounce on the rebound. Netminder wisely getting a stoppage with 25 seconds to go in the power play. To Morley for roughing. It's McGann on the draw. He'll be looking to win it back maybe to Greenfield on the off wing. Now that's one back deep into the corner. Saucered out. Should go for an icing, and it does. Take two. One back to the identical locale deep in the corner. Tri-County player just consuming ticks off the clock. Throws it hard off the board. Pisano was there to intercept it. Chunk back in, back to the defender, back to Pisano. A little game of ping pong going on here. But Pisano gets it over to McGann. Under the stick of Cooch, and then dropped all the way down and off the paddle of Murphy. Murphy plays it up to Greenfield. Greenfield loses it. Cooch on the forecheck. We're back to 5-on-5 now. Right back in transition into the high slot. Shot in. Whistled wide of the net. Back alone in the high slot. And that shot in and scored. Campbell left all alone in the high slot. Had his lanes to choose from and just sniped it in the back of the net through traffic. And with 2:45 to play, Tri-County is on top 1-0. Okay, carried out. That puck was thrown in deep, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. KP's just got to clean it up a little bit. I got to tell you, from yesterday to today, just not clean and crisp with their passing. I think they just got to maintain a little better possession with the puck and clean up their passes, receipt of the puck first before we start skating with it, and that should clean things up a little bit. Just some minor adjustments is what's needed right now. So we're back at it here with 2:15 to play. Kruger in deep, throws it out in front. That's rebound. Bats throws it back in front with the backhand. But that gets Tri-County coming out in the break. Walsh just scans his man up. What a good open ice. And then an incidental contact with Hayes. We got Tri-County bodies flying all over the ice. Love to see hits like that. Walsh just maybe providing the spark that this KPW team needs. Doesn't take much more than a good, clean hit like that to get the energy going. And Walsh plays a little self-pass off the board, sends it up to Batch, who tried to redirect it, but he failed to get a piece of it. And that will allow the puck to go in untouched and all the way back here for an icing. Face off right in your kitchen. Played over to Niles. Long shot in, deflected. Well, that was just a long shot in to a man out in front, create some traffic, and he just got his stick on it for a redirection. Not much Murph could do on that one. Just a good shot in with a redirection. You take your chances at that point, and puck's on net. Good things happen for Tri-County. That's 2-0 right now. KP's got to find a little spark right there. Right now, it's time. Got to clean this up a little bit. A little sloppy with the puck right now. Bingham rubs his player over, turned over in front of the net. That's out by McGowan. Walsh clips it back over, picks up to Bingham. Bingham just throws it out. Long cross ice pass picked up by Walsh. Over to Niles. Niles slides it forward to Walsh. Walsh is carrying. Gets it back to McEachern, who throws a little shot in, rebounded out in front. Niles got to retreat. Sauces it up to Bingham. Off his stick, deflected in. Walsh picks it up at the red line, making a couple of shifty moves. He's going to come in. He's got a big shot in from the corner, throws it high and wide. He heard the thunder, though, from that shot all the way back here. Wrapped in. McEachern picks it up. He throws it hard around the boards. Nobody's there. Back to the point. Long shot in. Murphy did get a blocker on that. Picked up by Bingham. Tries to throw it out to Niles. Into the skate of Bings. McGowan. Wall steps in. Picked up by Bingham. He's got time and space. He's going to take a long shot in. That's deflected. As time expires, Tri-County on top, 2-0. Coach is going to go to the board, make some adjustments. Let's see how they come back in the second period. Okay, at the expiration of that first period, we bared witness to the Zebra heading over, speaking to both benches. I believe I picked up some of the commentary about shutting their mouths. No doubt the yaps were flapping, and probably a little extra commentary, unnecessary to the game of hockey. So the refs made it known that I think he wanted some of the extra commentary to stop, and we'll see if that holds true in the second period. But for now, we're going to play hockey. Pisano back in the corner. Greenfield steps back in, picks it up. Saucers it out, gets it out of the zone, back into the neutral zone. Pisano under the stick of McGann, carried out by Bueller. Shot in, slippery and deceptive shot in by Bueller. Surprised he was able to get that shot off. Hayes trying to play it out, but physical body by Doler. And he gets shoulder up in on Greenfield. All alone in the high slot, the shot in. The puck did turn up on edge on McGann. Couldn't quite get the torque on the stick. Power of the shot that he was hoping for, but nonetheless, puck's on net. I'd like to see a little more traffic out in front. Don't want to let Wallace see the puck. If Wallace sees it, Wallace is going to stop it. Kruger battle on the board. That jumps out to Tyler. Tyler carries it in, left-handed shot. McGowan turns it aside. Speedy in there. McGowan just seeing the hit coming and just dips his shoulder, gets underneath it. Let Walsh get it over to Kruger. Kruger battling along the boards. Puck is rebounded. You got time. Chopped out into the body of Batsador. Does he have enough to get around the corner? He's rubbed off by Thompson. McGowan wisely steps in and pitches in, but it's deflected just outside the zone. Gets it over to Hayes. Hayes gets the shot in. That's rebounded. The puck is bouncing up high, but into the glove hand. But Wallace not offering a rebound there. 10:05 to play in the second. Face off one back, and that's a speedy player on the breakaway all alone. And Murphy makes a big save. That puck hits off the blocker, jumps over the top of the net. That KP team really needed that save from Murph right there. They got to find some legs now to offer him some assistance. Too many chances. Quality turnover out in front. But Pietremont was there to break up that pass. That's T-Mac. Picks it up. He's skating. He's zigging and zagging. He's got Bingham coming down on the wing. Throws it over to Bingham. You got to get that stick down and get up in the play. Good look there by T-Mac. Good quality chance on the breakout there. Resulted in no chance on that. And then right back on the other side, Tri-County pouncing on it. Pump of the brakes. That's into the skates of Niles. Niles picks it up and then back to T-Mac. He throws it in deep. We have no forecheck coming here. Into the neutral zone. Picked up. That was Pisano. Picked up by Bingham. And I think he was just a half a step off sides. I think it was Bingham and Morley having some casual words. Probably offering up some holiday greetings. You never know. These boys are just good-natured, good-hearted like that. That'll be a face-off in the neutral zone on the KPW half of the sheet of ice. McGowan deep in the corner. That puck is thrown out. Picked up by Cooch. Cooch saucers it up, tries to get it to the speedy Greenfield. He's getting interfered with. Couldn't find a lane. Campbell wraps it around the boards. Comes all the way back to Walsh. Walsh softly throws it in. Lets Greenfield gain the line. McGann gets a shot in to the low glove hand of Wallace. Wallace gets a stoppage. Okay, McGann had to go off for a equipment malfunction. That lets Bingham come in, takes the draw back. We get a shot in. McGann now jumping back on as he's repaired his equipment. That's picked up by Walsh. Into the skates, McGann. He's rubbed off the boards. Two-man coming in. Cooch comes in. A couple of extra shots by McGann to the back of to the nape of the neck. Okay, so Clark is going to go off on the initial call. Yeah, no doubt the fans for Tri-County not happy that there was not a retaliation call, as you can hear for their bellows and calls for the punch to the back of the neck. Okay. Well, that will result in just a power play for KPW. I'm surprised there was no matching on that. But we'll take what we can get here. KP needs to find something here. Got to get into the offensive zone, clean up those passes, and get some shots on net with traffic out in front. Picked up by Walsh. Stuffed back in. Again, back to Walsh. Long cross-ice pass. Doler. Rebounded and behind the net. Okay, we got a double point going here. I think we're gonna get some matching minors here. I think the physical play that started in the corner, then the puck was cleared out, but the interaction continued well after the puck left the area. So I think that was Walsh, and I didn't catch the other individual who was participating in the altercation. Going to keep it at 5-on-5. KP still with a 49-second power play. Puck is back in deep. Tara. Batch trying to battle. Like to see some possession of the puck here. We do have the power play. That's thrown out in front. That's rebounded. But that's going to let Tyler step in and pick it up and clear it outside the zone. Pizzotto scoops it up into the neutral zone. That's Batsador trying to get down. He's got Hayes on the center man, but Batch takes the shot from the corner on net. 14 seconds to go on the power play. See if we can get an offensive zone face-off win here. Back to the point. Get some traffic. Like to see Hayes get out in front. That is one back and chipped outside the zone. That puck was thrown in with Bachelor trapped in offsides. So that should, and it does, that expires the power play. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 6:37 to play. Bachelor carrying the puck, throws it in deep, and then in on the forecheck. Retrieves his own pass in the corner, wraps it back in, leaves it to Hayes. Hayes, picked up by Kruger, throws it out in front. No traffic out there, so that comes all the way over to Salvo. Salvo wisely clears it outside of his zone. Back in deep now to the Campbell. Puck got chipped outside, deflected back in. I don't think the referee liked the fact that Batch threw a shot on net after the whistle. So he gave him a little speaking to, just to clarify the intent of that. McEachern on the draw. Gowan over to Niles. Picked up by McEachern. He's going to try to get out wide. He's rolling with Bingham in on the forecheck. Wrap back, comes all the way back to the point. Pisano chips it back in. That lets T-Mac get it in. Back to the point, and Pisano gets roughed up, but he plays it with the body, keeps it into the zone. Chipped back in by Bingham, who keeps it in, tries to get it back to Niles. Puck is thrown all the way outside the zone. McGowan steps in, chips it back in. Doler picks it up, throws it over to Salvo. Salvo gets it up to Hurley. Hurley on the backhand. Gets a shot in. Yeah, a good breakout pass. They got it out to the centerman, out to the wing far on the right. Left-handed shot coming down the right-hand side. Has all the lanes to look at, and he was uncontested, and he was able to snipe on kind of low glove side. Puts KPW in a 3-goal deficit with 5:14 to play in the second. Long centering cross pass under the stick of Cooch. Is back to Walsh. Walsh gets it up to Cooch. Cooch, long cross ice pass to Greenfield. He gets rubbed down from behind. Not a bad play. It was a clean play. Back to the point. Walsh deflected into the high slot. Greenfield wraps it around. Got another glove down on the ice. Greenfield and Clark making their casual acquaintances again. Picked up by McGann. McGann trying to carry it out. Long cross ice. Greenfield was not able to get there in time. Into the neutral zone. Greenfield's got a head of steam coming. He's going to try to get wide, but Tara steps into him, forces Greenfield to just dump it in. Johnson throws it over to Tyler. Tyler wisely gains the red line, dumps it in, lets his wingers go in on the forecheck. Greenfield was trying to jump into the play, but there was a little interference that just threw him off balance. Picked up by Cooch. He's got 1-on-4. Didn't have much room, so wisely throws it on net. Greenfield's going to go for a high stick, and it wasn't that egregious, but I think he came in a little bit late. Maybe he had the stick up a little high. I think he remembered some earlier altercations with number 67, Clark. So seeing the opportunity to run him a little bit, he took those couple of extra strides with the stick up, and it's going to serve some time for it. Now, big PK right now So KPW facing adversity right now, down a man, down 3 on the scoreboard, where it really matters. Kruger just throws it in over to Doler. Pinch back. Okay, we got some one-on-one hockey right here. Let's see if Batch can do a little bit of something here. Okay. Morley. Good, strong left-handed shot. Dietremont does enough to steer him off the puck. There's going to be something resulting here. Yeah, that was ticking. That was only a matter of time. Oh, he's going to call Batch on that one. Well, I think that that precipitated the play before it out in front here, where Batch thought that he was run from behind. He turned his attention to the ref to see if there was any call that was impending, and there wasn't. So he locked that upstairs, and the next chance that he got, he looked for some retribution. Unfortunately, Zebra had a keen eye on him, and Batch now joins Greenfield on the bench. KP facing a 2-man disadvantage for the next 36 seconds. Puck in behind the net. Chopped in. Point man Johnson demanding the puck back to the point. Goes over to Tara, throws the shot in. I think that was off the glove hand. Okay, we got something over here. I think the net became dislodged. Fortunate for KP. That lets Hayes set up on the draw. To the left of Murphy. That puck is won back to the point. Johnson chips it wide. Oh, it's rebounded, but that hopped over the stick. Thrown back in. Picked up by Lozano. Back to the point was Hayes, but it's chipped back in. Dietremont throws it hard off the board, coming out of the box. Now McKechnie makes it back to only a 1-man disadvantage. Hayes and McKechnie carrying it down. McKechnie. We got 3-on-1 coming the other way. Pisano does a great job with the poke check. And the puck is chipped in and out of play. 28 seconds to go on the power play. I think, I can't see the clock. Is it 1:35 to go in the period? Can't quite tell. But we do have 28 to go on the power play. Long shot in. And I think that was pinched under the pads by Murphy. Quick face-off win, quick face-off shot, and a quick whistle. Let's do it again. Back to the point again. Rebounded. That puck is sitting loose. McGowan swaps it around over to Niles, who's battling up along the boards. Got a man all alone, parked to the edge. He's looking at the net. He's trying to find a lane. Further communications after the whistle, much to the displeasure of the Zebra. Puck is stuffed back in, wrapped around into the skates. Walshy shovels it over to the half wall. Thrown back into the glove hand. Murph seizes the puck. We'll get another stoppage to his right. This Tri-County team has been doing an outstanding job on the face-offs today. This one is won back by McEachern, but back into the... Oh, we got a little extra right here. Dohler. Didn't see what precipitated that, but then Dohler went up high. He's getting thrown out of the game. He's thrown out of the game for a cross-check to the head. And Bingham's going to the box, so there may be a... Let's see how, let's unpack this here. Maybe Bingham got the initial infraction. That's why he's in the box. But then a Tri-County individual has now been removed from the game, so that must have been a major for the cross-checking up to the head. Probably in response. Okay. Getting some commentary from the adults on the sidelines from Tri-County. Very displeased with the situation that's been presented to them. No doubt that 44-year-old man could beat the crap out of any one of the KP players. I think he has issued that challenge to the young boys, but I think they have wisely declined that. He does look like a tough individual. So that's a major, I would think it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. Now, well, what's interesting here is KP is actually short a man. No, we're 5-on-5. Okay, so we got 5-on-5 hockey. Bingham's going to probably have to serve. My guess is, I don't know, could be a major as well. I don't know. We'll see. But we got 5-on-5. Thrown in by Tara. Walsh chips it out. Patiently awaiting to clear the zone. That was Niles. Gets it to McGann in the corner. He's rubbed off by Tara. Niles brings it back to the point. Walsh throws it in. Look at McEachern. He's talking to the netminder. Tara steps in. Oh, I'd love to have a microphone down on ice level with some of these kids. Some of the chatter they pick up off of TikToks these days is just entertaining, to say the least. But that will be for different sets of ears to hear on a different day. As of right now, KPW is facing a 3-goal deficit with 1 period of play remaining. We'll see if they can find some hockey in those legs yet today. We'll be back. Third period underway. See what type of fireworks this period brings us. Long shot in. Murphy with a glove hand. 11:43 to play. Face off to the left of Murphy. McGann on the draw. Picked up by Clark. Greenfield absorbed a high hit off the back. Ooh, that puck was deflected. You didn't see that, but that was deflected. Murphy made an acrobatic, sprawling dive to his left when the puck was coming into his right on the deflection. But no harm inevitably was done here. Dietremont wraps it hard around the boards, and it's stuffed back in. Pisano was there. Johnson follows up on his check, but that springs Greenfield down. He's got McGann. It takes a far-angled shot in, and that's a good check that was carried forward deep. Oh, there were some high arms going on right there. That should result in a roughing call. He took the initial check, which was fine. Good, clean hockey. Then the puck was cleared outside the zone, and then Johnson proceeded a couple additional times, take the unnecessary route and puts his team at a man disadvantage. He's getting scolded right now. Unnecessary. Let's see if KP can seize the opportunity here. Haven't really had many quality scoring chances on net yet. We got a quick stoppage. We got a quick whistle. I didn't see that. That's going to be another penalty. We got a cross-checking. Five on three. It's a big point in the game right now for KP. We got to have some patience, calmness with the puck, with the two-man advantage. Get some and that's oh my goodness, what a blistering shot by Walsh. That hit the T part of the bar, where the goal post and the vertical part of the post rocks it off of it and comes back out. Got to keep playing. Still got that 5-on-3 advantage. That's Walshy down that wing again. Tees it up again. This time short side. Pulls it in. It goes back to the point. McGowan. Back to Walsh. Going to load it again. 3 times is not a charm. That one hit him square in the noggin. Keep loading that cannon, though. 3 great scoring chances there. Bachelor. Back to Kruger. Kruger tries to chip it in. Goes back to Walsh. Walsh. McGowan. Got to get these shots down. They're coming in a little bit too high. Low shot in. That was the shot we needed. Bachelor chips it back in. That's under the pad and stopped by the goalie. 22 seconds to go on the first penalty to Tri-County. 30 seconds to go on the second. The clock is running. 8:17. Must be running time in the third period. Picked up by Pisano. Bingham takes a long shot in, and that goes wide of the net. Still got the man advantage. And I think Dietremont is going to go for an interference. No, that's going to be a hand pass. Five seconds to go in the second penalty. The clock is running, though. In this third period here, we see running time. I'd like to see a little sense of urgency for the boys to get up on the line and line up. There's no three-pointers in hockey, so we need to score, and we need to score quickly. Pisano throws it in. Goes wide. Back to Dietremont. He fans on it. Oh, we got 2 on none coming the other way. Pisano gets back in, and that puck finds its way into the back of the net. A big breakout there. Pisano almost got back just in the nick of time. But 2 men rushing. Murphy made the initial save. I think there was the body collision out in front that just drove the puck that was under Murphy into the back of the net. That makes it 4-0. Tri-County just getting the better of KP. That was Walshy. Standing his man up. Good save by Murph. Puck is back to Curran. Rebounded and then tucked in by Murph. 5:35 to go. Clock is ticking. Gooch to the left of McGann. McGowan wins it back and outside the zone. Walsh does a good job to hold his position and then wins the puck up and around. Greenfield rubbing up along the boards. There's going to be some more there, and there is. He's going to call them both. I think Greenfield might have gotten the initial infraction and then the retaliation by long letter last name player of Tri-County. Clock ticking with 4:40 to play. The verbal sparring does continue. 5 on 5. Adamantly stated by the referee. Picked up by Batch. Hayes deep in the corner. He throws it in softly on net, but that's redirected in behind the net. Picked up by Hayes, who tries to tuck it in. Back to McGowan with the point, but it's carried back. Walshy drops back, picks up the puck, throws it off the board, but it hits the zebra and it gets stuck back in, but Walshy re-picks it up under the stick of Hayes. Back to McGowan. McGowan softly throws it over to Hayes. Chipped back in. What do we got? Do we have another penalty? I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah, it looks like Tyler's going off. No, he's not going. I don't know what's happening. No, there was no penalty. Oh, wait, there is a penalty, and it's on KPW. I have to watch the footage back on that. I have no idea what the call was. Well, that puts KPW down a man with 3 to play. Well, and then a check. 19, that's going to be Batch going to the box for a slashing call. It is a revolving door right now over there at the penalty box for both teams. One man goes in, another comes out, and then in and out. With 2:30 to play. Oh, he got a double on that one. I think he gave him one, the initial slash, and maybe an additional for the unsportsmanlike is my guess as to what came of that. But we're going to be 2 men down, it looks like, for the duration of this game. 2 minutes to go. Clock is running. KP down 2 players on the ice. Niles on the draw. Up and over the top of Murph. Walsh chips it out. No icing. I think the refs want to keep this game going. Got a speedy winger coming all the way down, brings it to the back end, and then he follows through with a high chop to Walshy. That's a dirty play by Johnson. Dirty play by Johnson. He comes in, makes a good hockey play out on the outside to the back end, and then he just gets his stick up on a follow through to the head of Walsh. Don't like to see that at any level of hockey, let alone the youth level. But Walsh right back to his feet. 1 minute to go in this game. Let's see what type of fireworks ends up here. There's some introductions happening over there. Okay. No surprises here. This is interesting. Mama Bear was perched up just to make sure there was no additional interactions between adult and player. Well, judging by their reactions, you would think that the Tri-County parents believe that they have won the Stanley Cup. They have not. It's just a mid-season victory. Final is 4-0 here from Bridgewater. Happy holidays, everybody. Everybody's in that good holiday spirit as we are doing the Sportsman-like handshake at center ice. I'm sure there's all sorts of congratulations on a game well played from the boys. Should not elicit any further interactions. We've pretty much all but used up all types of interactions today. And that should do it here from Bridgewater. KP taking a 4-0 drubbing, if you will. Well, for those of you at home, enjoy the Pats game today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And see ya on the flip side.